Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in this video, we will be talking about the individual traits at the workplaces. I am Mohamed Amaruddin bin Azizan with my group members Mohamed Shukri bin Tajuddin, Mohamed Nasrul bin Herman Shah, and Wan Afiq Haikal bin Wan Mohamed Rizal. So without further ado, let's continue to the introduction. Individuals bring a number of differences to work. They have a variety of personalities, values, and attitudes. When they enter into organizations, their able or transient characteristics affect how they behave and how they perform. Moreover, companies hire people with the expectation that they have certain knowledge, skills, abilities, personalities, and also the values. Therefore, it is important for managers to understand the individual characteristics that matter for employee and manager behaviors. For the first one, personality. Personality covers the relatively stable emotions, thoughts, and behavioral patterns of a person. Each of us has a unique personality that distinguishes us from other individuals, and understanding the personality of someone gives us clues about how that individual is likely to behave and feel in a variety of situations. It is helpful to understand the personalities of different employees in order to manage them effectively. It is also useful to have this knowledge to put people into jobs and organizations. Studies show that part of our career success and job satisfaction later in life can be explained by our childhood personality. Next is values. Values refers to the stable life goals of people, reflecting what is most significant to them. As a result of accumulating life experiences, values are created throughout one's life, and values tend to be relatively stable. The values that are essential to an individual tend to influence the kinds of choices they make, how they perceive their environment, and their actual behaviors. So, in addition, when the company has the values he or she cares about, a person is more likely to accept a job offer. When a job does not help them attain their values, they are likely to decide to leave if they are dissatisfied with the job. Next is perception. Perception may be defined as the process by which environmental stimuli are detected and interpreted by individuals. What makes human perception so intriguing is that the stimuli in our environment are not merely responsive to us. We go beyond the information present in our environment, pay selective attention to certain environmental aspects, and ignore other elements that may immediately apparent to other individuals. Our environmental perception is not entirely rational. For instance, there is something particularly interesting or important to us jumps out of the page and catches our eyes while we are looking at the newspapers or a news website. So if you are into a sports, you can immediately see a news item describing your team's latest success while scrolling down the pages. Therefore, what we see in the environment is a function of what we value, our needs, our fears, and also our emotions.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohamed Shukri bin Tajuddin, and I'm gonna present about personality. Okay, so what is personality? Personality is defined as the characteristic sets of behaviors, cognitions, and emotional patterns that evolve from biological and environmental factors. While there is no generally agreed upon definition of personality, most theories focus on motivation and psychological interaction with one's environment, and that makes each individual unique. Personality comes from word persona, means speak true. In generally, personality can be defined as combination of personal character that figure a person's unique identity. So move on to the next one, which we have the big five model of personality. The first one is extraversion, which he is an active, assertive, energetic, enthusiastic, outgoing, and talkative. Move on to the next one, which is agreeableness, which he is an appreciative, forgiving, generous, kind, sympathetic, and trusting. Okay, the third one is conscientiousness, which he is an efficient, organized, planning, reliable, responsible, and thorough. The fourth one is neuroticism, which he is an anxious, self-pitying, tense, touchy, unstable, and worrying. The last one is openness, which he is an artistic, curious, imaginative, insightful, original, and wide interest. Okay, to make you guys more understand about it, I'll give you a situation, which is Fakri and Izzat are active in marketing and are employed by the Bunga Mas company. Therefore, they have to undergo a personality test that are set by the company to find out their personality. The result found out that Fakri is an extrovert person because he is talkative and a social person. Meanwhile, Izzat is an introvert person because he is a shy person and does not talk much. However, Fakri has low agreeable and low conscientious model of personality, while Izzat has a high agreeable and high conscientious model of personality. Okay, for the solution, as a director in Bunga Mas company, the human resource delegate should resolve this issue in order to inspire Fakri to carry out his duty with responsibility and devotion. We may also provide a good mentor for employee issues to increase employee well-being. Okay, so we move on to the next one, which is 8 major personality attributes influence organizational behavior. The first one is locus of control that include external and internal, narcissism, self-monitoring, risk-taking, proactive personality, personality type that include type A and type B, self-esteem, and Machiavellianism. Okay, so I'll give you a situation to get more understand about that 8 point. Okay, Fakri and Izzat were given a task one day and they have 1 week to complete the task. Izzat used a checklist to keep focus on his task, and he observed how sometimes through non-work related things he becomes distracted from his task. He is always focused on his task. Meanwhile, Fakri always deliberately delaying work and irresponsible while doing his work. Unfortunately, the times given are running out, so that he messed up by copying the work of Izzat because he does not want to be scolded by the department head. As we can see, Izzat is a Machiavellianism in a major personality attributes influencing organizational behavior, and Fakri is a self-monitoring. Okay, so for the solution, as a director, this case should be taken seriously. We have to give Fakri a lesson by giving him a warning letter for his action, or demote him and advise him to not do his mistake again. Furthermore, he have to motivate himself to become a better worker.
Okay, my name is Mohamed. So today I'm gonna present about value. Okay, example of value are capable and responsible person, well-mannered, and a person who also don't like to procrastinate and punctual. For example, employee 1. Employee 1 someone who like to finish task early. Every time she got a task from manager, she will do it on time. She always focus on her duty because she knows that she is the person responsible for the job. She is capable to do any task by her own, and also she can also work in group. She also always come to office earlier than other office mates. She is a well-mannered person, and because of that, most of the office mates and managers present to her. Okay, employee 2. Employee 2, someone who every time she got tasks from the manager, she will accept the task even though the task is not her duty on it. Every time she got a new task, her desk will be messy because she doesn't know how to do it regularly. She is someone who can accept someone else's opinion easily, and she is someone who is willing to learn. Okay, lastly, they are employee 3. Employee 3 are someone who helpful and love to share knowledge. This employee is referable if the other employee has a problem because she always have a clear picture on how to solve the problems. She always help people who ask for help. She knows about almost everything in the company, and because of that, she spends most of her time to talk about it instead of focus on her own job. She is the last minute person. However, she always perform in doing the task given and always got compliment from the manager. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Haikal from DBS 5G. So, what is perception? Perception can be defined as a process that individuals select, organize, and interpret their sensory impressions to show or give meaning to their environment. Decisions will be made based on their knowledge and understanding through feeling, seeing, hearing, smelling, also tasting. Everybody have a different point of view toward their surroundings based on what they have experienced. So basically, managers and employees both plays an important role in organization because they make perception about the environment in the workplace. Actually, there are three factors of perception. First of all, the situation factor, which consists of time, working, social setting. The second one is perceiver, which includes attitudes, motives, interests, experience, and expectation. The third one is target, which consists of novelty, motion, sounds, size, background, proximity, and similarity. Here are some perceptions of managers toward their employees. So the first situation is where performance expectations. The qualification of these employees are suitable with the job that the company offers. Focus on goals. He has a clear objectives when he doing his job and a sociable person when completing tasks. The second situation is performance expectation. He has an average job performance. Next is attitudes. He has high distinctiveness and not a sociable person, also quite shy. The third situation is job interview. He arrived late for the interview. Next is performance evaluation. By far, this employee has a very good performance by the high effort that he shows when completing a task. Making judgment. Based on Kelly's attribution theory, during the pupils observe others' behavior, they attempt to decide whether the attitude is internally or externally. There are also three types of Kelly's attribution theory, which is the first one is distinctiveness, which shows different attitude of pupil or individual in different situations. The second one is consensus, is when a person response is the same as other to the same situation. The third one is consistency, is when an individual's response in the same way over time. So the next one is employees' perception to work and environment. The first situation is low distinctiveness.
He is the only one person that complains about the task given by his manager, despite the fact that he complains about what he thinks he not satisfied with. The next one is low consensus. Only he will complain about the task while the other employees did not complain about the task given. The third one is high consistency. He often complains about the task given. The second situation is high distinctiveness. For example, Nasrul does not sleep during meeting or event, but he does sleepy while in the office. Low consensus. Only Nasrul are sleepy compared to his other colleagues. The third one is high consistency. Nasrul often submit his task when it past the deadline, due to he always fall asleep in the office. There are a variety of shortcuts which mostly used when judging others. So the first one is fundamental attribution error, which is tendency of person to downgrade or underestimate other just by external factors such as appearance. The second one is self-serving bias. Individuals that judge themselves on their way to success and putting blame on external factors. The third one is halo effect. Judging other person due to one factor. The next one is contrast effect. Evaluating others while higher ranking or better individual on the same characteristic. The next one is projection. Attributing one's own characteristic to other people using their own feeling, behavior and motive. And last one is stereotyping. Judging someone on the basis of one perception of the group to which that person belongs. A lot of people believe that all members of a group share similar traits and behavior. So it is important to not judge a book by its cover. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
To be concluded, there are multiple traits and natural tendencies that contribute to a person's personalities, values, and perceptions. One characteristic isn't better than another. Having an understanding of these inborn preferences, including our own, enhances relationships and reduces conflict. Since people spend more time at work than at home with family or friends, it is important to nurture an amicable workplace environment. The important thing to remember is that one trait is not right or wrong. It is simply a different approach to life. It takes time for people to recognize their own personality traits and those of others. It is a lifelong process to develop the skills needed to fully embrace personality traits. These are the skills that are learned and need to be practiced. They will push us outside of our comfort zone. The business will be much better if the employees are respectful and mindful of the difference between the personality traits. That's all from us. Thank you.